Now, this story is also about the Hilton, but it is not the same as the last one. I was at the Hilton Hotel in Heathrow Airport. I was there at 1 o'clock in the morning. My flight back to Austria is leaving at 6, the red-eye flight at 6 in the morning. And so I've got a night booked. I get to reception and they said, "Mr. Bertzel, we have sold your room." And I said, "Well, that's very kind of you. Thank you very much. How much did I get for it?" They said, no, you don't understand. We've double booked you and now we need to put you in a free courtesy bus. I said, "Oh, do you normally have to pay for it?" And they said, "Look, we've had a hard night. Stop it. Just get in the bus. Go down to the Radisson." So I go outside and get into the bus. And there's a guy sitting in the bus, yeah? And he looks so miserable and depressed. I mean, he looked really, really miserable. So I said to him, I said, "Wow, you look really miserable and depressed." And he looked at me and he says, "Miserable, depressed? You want me to tell you about miserable and depressed? Let me tell you a story, my friend. I don't know who you are, but you have been so fortunate as to say miserable and depressed. Now I give you miserable and depressed." I said, "Okay." He said, "This morning I woke up and I get in the car and I drive to Charles de Gaulle airport and I put my luggage in and then I realize I am at the wrong airport. So I have to get into a taxi and drive all the way across town with my own money, get to the other airport, put my luggage in, and then I get through, and then I fall asleep and I miss my flight. And so I have to pay with my own money for the next flight. My luggage has gone to New Zealand, and I get to London, and I am already late. I call my boss, and my boss, he give me hard time on the phone. And I get into London taxi and I have to pay with my own money. In London taxi I pay like £400 to drive across the other side of the bloody world to get to my office. And I get to the office and my customer is there. My customer, he give me hard time for being late. Of course, my documentation and presentation in my suitcase in New Zealand, so I cannot do my presentation. I have to do it all on little kitted pieces of paper, and it's useless. And my boss, he give me another hard time for doing bad job. Yeah. Then some other guy, he give me hard time. I don't even know him. Yeah. Anyway, in the afternoon, I have to eat some horrible food. Oh my God, that was disgusting. I get food poisoning. I have to go to toilet for 2 hours. Terrible. And then I get out, I need to go to the seminar, 3-hour seminar. I get into the room and sitting there and listening. I'm not very happy. And 30 minutes later, I realize I'm in the wrong room. So I go into the next room. The trainer, never even seen the guy before. He give me hard time for being late. Say, what kind of this is for leadership example or something. And then I have to leave the office. I get back to the Heathrow airport. Of course, the flight is delayed. And then I get on the airplane and they've double booked my seat. So I have to sit between some really big guy there and some really big guy there. And they're farting all the way. And it's horrible. And now I'm here and I get to Heathrow and I'm at Hilton and they say, "We don't have any rooms for you, but you just wait there." And so I sit down and then they tell me the room is sold. And now I'm here and now I'm sitting next to you. Who are you? Oh, I don't care who you are. So this whole thing, yeah, and I think, you know, his wife had left him, his dog was dead and house had burned down, and that type of and this whole thing takes 10 minutes between the Hilton and the Radisson, the shuttle bus. And I say, "Oh my God, that is like such bad luck. Unbelievable. I mean, I've had some bad luck in my life, but nothing compared to the bad luck that you have just spoken to me. You really do have a right to be miserable and depressed. I am so sorry for you." I said, "What do you do?" And he says, "I work for Ipsen, is a pharmaceutical company." And I said, "Ipsen, pharmaceutical company. Ah, well, I realized that this is a bad time but I'm a salesperson and I have products for the pharmaceutical environment for salespeople such as yourself. You are in sales. Yes, I am product development, marketing. Yes. What do you say you are? I said, well, I'm a salesperson. He said, oh my God. I think I'm going to cry. I said, look, just give me your card. I'll be in touch. He gave me his card. He says, goodbye. Disappeared. 1.5 years later, this is not the longest sales process I've ever been involved in, but a long process. So I got this card, and I have this card. So what do you do with the card, right? It's just a piece of paper with an email address. It's nothing personal, You have to call it, right? You've got to send the mail. You've got to do something with it, because if you're not doing anything with it, you're not playing the game. That's the pipeline. It's a game. It's an opportunity. And so you have to do something with that opportunity. You've got to see if the opportunity is going to move through. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. Yeah? It's just a business. So, So I sent the mail, no reply. Sent the mail, no reply. Got on the phone, got a reply. I said, do you remember me? He said, he put me through to somebody else. 1.5 years later, something like 15 emails, 1 meeting with a product development person and an event management person, 2 PowerPoint presentations, telcos, 3 offers. All of a sudden, I find myself on a day for this chap's company in Rome with 50 doctors. And the drug that they were doing was very interesting. It was a kind of gel which aging male patients put in their sensitive areas, and it introduced testosterone into the bloodstream. You know it, right? Yeah. It's quite good. Cold. And this guy walks in. He walks in and he's looking around. And he looks at me, I'm up on stage like here. He looks at me and he goes, the shadow falls across his face. So I thought at that time, now is not a good time to remind him of where we met. But it was a very good wake-up call. The pipeline is about quality at a certain stage. As soon as your pipeline opportunity gets here, it's about quality everywhere, but more than quality, it's simply about, making sure the opportunities get moved through. Get them through. Get them through. You need enough opportunities in the pipeline to guarantee your target. You have to have enough opportunities to guarantee your target, because we're always playing the numbers. The pipeline never changes. The rule is always the same. You have to have 10 to get 1. And at the earlier stages, you probably have to have 30, 40, 50 to get 1. And you need all of this to be in there. So it's not a very happy message, but the guy in the hotel was not a very happy person. And so the 2 stories seem to go quite well together.